Hey YouTubers, it's Gizzy Greenfingers here, and in front of you is my contorted hazel that I got from nursery stock, and 7 months ago I wired it, and today is the day where we see if these wires have done their job, or have I took them off a little bit too early. Well, that is the question of the day. Will this contorted hazel keep its shape, ladies and gentlemen? Now, it is, for nursery stock, I don't think I've done a bad job. It looks a lot better when it ain't got any leaves on, but that's the whole thing about contorted hazels. It's like a winter show tree, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? A winter show tree. Now, we'll get you on the old tripod, but before we do that, I'll show you the wires 7 months ago that I did bend. So you'll see the sort of bends that I've done with them, and then you can make your own mind up and think, oh yeah, 7 months, this is not long enough for that, Gizzy Greenfingers. And the proof is in the pudding. They're coming off. They're coming off. So we'll put you on the tripod and we'll go from there, YouTubers. Rewind. 7 months ago, like I said, this is when I bought it from nursery stock with my good friend Jason Steely. Went to a few garden centres, and this just piqued my interest. I thought, ooh, I could do something with that, and this is what I did. So I had a few branches in mind that when you're looking through the garden centre and looking at all these different contorted hazels, you've got a vision when you see one, and one just catches your eye and you're like, yes, that is what I'm going to do to you. Yeah, you're getting wired like that. You're gonna be just as wired as me. Anywho, so this is what I did. I wanted to get a top going, so, and there was a lot of strain with that when I wired there. I used a 3mm, I believe. It could possibly have been a 4mm. Can't honestly remember. I don't get bonsai wire, you see, because that costs so much money. I get craft wire from Amazon at half the price. Half the bloody price. Yeah, that's my cheat. I'm telling you all. And this was another wire that we used, a 3 or 4mm for this branch. As you can see, it's quite a hard wire to use because it's so thick. But because you're wiring such a girthy branch, it's not that damaging. It's not damaging to the tree, basically. Not if you're good at wiring. I've had a bit of practice, I have. Then you just final tuning like that. Then you cut him off like that. And that's trying to get you a good view, which this is probably the best viewage scenario that we've got going on, you see. She a picture, but we got some removing of wires to be doing. Now, I think I'm going to start from the top and work my way down, because as you're cutting it, you'll be able to see if it's flexing back to its original shape. Actually, you probably want to be, that's too much zoomed. Too much, that's about right. Get a bit more light on that situation. Right, can you see that all right? Are we happy? Are we happy? We'll do that branch here. Now, I think I used a 3mm when I wired this bad boy. Pow. Pow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, you got to take it off that turntable, because that is really gonna wind me up. trying to do accurate cuts and then it just moving about. There we go. Off. Well, so far so good, but this has got a lot of strain, this one. Pow! Off. Oh, it's doing well. Pow! Oh, he's doing well. That did not even move. Didn't even flinch. Pow! Oh. That's been a humid day today, ladies and gentlemen. Been just hedge cutting all day. But we've had a nice breeze. We've had a lovely breeze going on. We'll just move you down a little bit there. Oh, what a picture that looks. You've done it again, Gizzy. You've created a masterpiece out of nursery stock. When will the others find out? Well, got to wait for them bonsai people to come to you and go, oh yeah, you're doing a good job, Gizzy Green Fingers. I've had a few. I talked to a few. I did talk to a few. I don't know if they know my name. But, oh, look at that. That's great. That is great. That is great. That has held its shape. I am happy with that. Now, this is the one that had a lot of strain. And I noticed that the other day. Oh, go on. Oh, for crying out. Yeah, I noticed that the other day. Yeah. I don't know if that was always like that, or that's where I've bent it so much at such a degree that it strained it so much and it split without me noticing. I don't know. But, pow! That nearly broke my camera lens. Pow! What we do, pow, pow, right. Oh, that's all looking good, isn't it? That is all looking rosy. That hasn't moved a bit. And that is what we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. Pow. Pow. Yes, ding fucking dong. Ding bloody dong. Oh, it's a ding donger, alright. Look at that. Look at that. That's what they call a contorted hazel. Is loving it. We got a few more wires to take off yet. We'll zoom you back in. There we go. What we got in. Down. Oh, we'll have to take a closer view on this one. Okay, so you're saying, why the closer look on this one? Well, because I bent this whole one all the way round like that. So it was like a speciality branch, you know what I mean? Like when they make the people like go, ooh, that looks great. Oh wow, where'd you get your ideas from? My dreams. I'm like a what am I like a? I don't know what I'm like a. But all I know is these wires are coming off beautifully and it's holding its shape. And I'll tell you what, UBTubers, I could not be happier than that. 7 months. 7 effing months. And we've done it. We've bloody created the beginnings. The beginnings, ladies and gentlemen. The beginnings of a masterpiece. I'm going to put you back on the old tripod, not the old tripod, the old turntable. I'm scratching. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. She looks a bloody picture, doesn't she? You wait till winter. You wait till winter. And she... Get on there. Oh, give me a sec. I just want to get rid of all these wires. Ta-da! All the wires have been removed. But yeah, she a picture, isn't she? She, if I do say so myself, she's got that movement in the branch structure. I think we've wired that really quite beautifully, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about the curvature of that trunk, you see. Yeah. Oh no, we've left some wires on. We've left some bloody wires on. What have I been doing? Drinking? Crying out loud. It's only a little one. Yeah, only a little one, but the little ones are always the worst, because if you forget about the little ones, they don't take long before they start biting right into that bloody wire. And before you know it, you got wire marks, and you got, what that does is, if it goes in too deep, it causes infection, because it bites through, and then that whole branch will probably die off, and it might not even be that year. You might be going, oh yeah, I got away with that, and then the next year you'll be like, oh no, I didn't get away with that. We got another one there, don't worry, I see him. Oh yeah, oh look at that, that's bitten in it. I need to buy myself some new wire cutters. That's for sure. Oh, I need to get a bit closer, I can't see what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. That. It's an old wire because it's lost its colour. I buy a copper finish. It's aluminium. I know it didn't bite in, but by God, it's been on there 7 months. All these wires have been on 7 months, ladies and gentlemen. And it's done its job. Has not bit in. I took it off at the right time. We've got no scarage. Scars to you and me. Ew, no, not no scarage. Come on, you little sod. Pow. He off. Wow. Well, he's done it. He's done it. He got no scarage. No, he didn't. Nah. Oh, look at that. That looks a picture. Alright, we still need to sort out. Sorry, I do apologise. We still do need to sort out the roots and the depth of how much this tree needs to be in that Z pot, because I don't like how it is at the moment. Now this was from a cutting, I believe, when I bought it from nursery stock. You can sort of tell, like, from there to there, it's just a big difference. But, and it had like loads of wax over, which they probably did that to stop infection. But I know I said I'd never get a bloody cutting or a bloody, well, it's not a cutting, it's a, what's it called? Graft. Yeah, I'd never get a graft. And look at me, I gone and got a graft, but I've been grafting myself, and look how we've wired that. I could not be happier with the how that is starting out. So that's great. That is great. But this, yeah, that's not so great, is it? That ain't so great. Yeah, we're gonna have to sort that out. What am I thinking? Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm thinking is we'll get another pot for it, and it'll be that much under the actual ground. That'll be your ground level from this tree. You ain't gonna get no nabari, that's for sure, but it will look more in proportion. If that was ground level like that, it would look more in proportion with how that tree looks. Do you get me? Does the understand? Unless you're ground level like that. So that is probably what we will be doing, ladies and gentlemen. But if you've enjoyed watching this and you like this contorted Hazel, and you want to see how she progresses through the next few months, if not years, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ta-da for now. Gizzy green fingers. Pow.